Hi again everyone, Adrian Hughes here with Hughesy Tech, and today we're taking a look at the Optus X Sleek phone. So this is actually a rebranded Alcatel Shine Lite. So let's dig in and see what's in the box first of all. So this is the little Optus UHA carrying, it's actually covering it there. So this is the model 5080Q, which is the Alcatel Shine Lite, which was announced at IFA Berlin in September this year, so just a couple of months ago. And this is the phone itself. So it's a very nice phone here for the low price of $150 here in Australia on Optus prepaid. So let's just take a quick tour around the device. Down the bottom we have a USB port with the two grills for speakers. The bands there for the antenna, covering it up. Volume up and down, power lock key on the sides. Front facing speaker, ambient light sensor, proximity sensor. And a front facing flash for the camera. On the side we don't have anything except a nano SIM tray, which is a dual SIM, or you can have one SIM and one micro SD card up to 256 gigabytes of capacity, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and secondary noise cancellation microphone on the top there. And on the back we have the 13 megapixel camera with single LED flash and a fingerprint sensor. So as you can see, this has the Optus branding and not the Alcatel. So if we just power on this screen here, it's a 720p screen of 5 inches in diameter. So this is a high definition IPS LCD screen, so it doesn't look too bad there. So obviously as I swipe up, you've got the pin, but I have enrolled my fingerprint. So if I just tap there, I have unlocked the phone. So it isn't the quickest fingerprint sensor in the world. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 I'm currently using has quite a lot faster fingerprint sensor. So if you see there, it does take a bit of time before the screen lights up. But it's not bad on this price point. We haven't seen a fingerprint sensor at this price point before. Well, except for the ZTE, which was out a couple of months ago, but this isn't too bad. It's a very nice build. So this is covered in Dragontail glass. So no Gorilla Glass, this is Dragontail glass on the back here and front. It is very shiny, so and be very prone to scratches. So this doesn't come with any protective TPU cases or any cases or covers in the box at all, so you're going to have to invest in one. And of course you're going to need one of these guys, a microfiber cloth to, as you can see, just wipe it down constantly time after time if you're not using a case, but you're probably just going to need it anyway. So yes, as you can see there, the camera doesn't stick out with any noticeable bump there, so it's not bad, but it only shoots at 720p resolution, which is a little baffling, but I can understand the constraints are made in the price. But if you have a sensor like that already, then I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So this is powered by a MediaTek MT6737M processor. So that is a quad-core 1.3 GHz processor with 4 Cortex A53 cores and a Mali T720 GPU. So it has 2 GB of RAM and 2460 mAh battery. It also has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera and an LED flash for that front-facing camera, as we've seen before on the previously released Alcatel Pop 5, which also has an LED flash there. So we can just, while that phone is there, we can just quickly compare the screens there. So the Alcatel Pop 5 has quite a nice screen there anyway, but as you can see, it is a bit, I'll just unlock that. It is probably a little bit more vibrant on the Pop 5, but the colours seem to be more accurate on the Shine Lite there. But they don't get very washed out at all. It's not a bad display at all, I must say. So we'll put that aside for 1 minute. We'll see what else other sensors we have here. We've got everything on board: fingerprint, accelerometer, proximity compass, GPS, all that, Wi-Fi, BGNs. It does come in 3 colours, but only in 1 colour here for the Optus variant. So the Shine Lite does come in satin gold, pure white and prime black. depending on where in the world you are. And we have 16 gigabytes of internal storage. So let's just take a quick look at the interface here. So this is pretty much Alcatel's take on the Android interface. This is running Android 6.0 Marshmallow with the September security patch level. If we just go down to the bottom there, as you can see, 5th of September, and 01003 is the firmware. And it also has backlit capacitive keys there. So we have the back menu and multitasking key. Pretty standard affair, and a pretty standard way of doing it like Alcatel likes to do it there. So Alcatel Pop 5 has the same there, except that the menu key is already imprinted there. Okay, so let's have a look at the settings. Let's see what else it has here. We have the fingerprint settings. Now, I'm not going to show you my pin, but if we go in there, the fingerprint settings, just let the camera catch up. Now, we also have the option to do a quick application access. So if I do fingerprint 1, which is on my left finger there, I can tell it to go into the clock, for example, when I unlock the phone with the fingerprint sensor. So this will jump automatically to the clock application when I unlock it with my fingerprint. As you can see there, it went straight to the clock. So that is a nifty feature there. We also have the option there. So we have memory. This is 840 megs used of the 2 gigabytes of RAM on board. So that isn't too bad. 2.2 gigabytes used of the internal 16 gigabytes of storage, so that's only 10.6 left after all the formatted data, but you're going to use a micro SD card anyway. Also have the display settings, and we have the gestures here. So there is no double tap to wake on this phone. There's only the usual accelerometer based gestures like snoozing the alarm by turning it over and muting incoming calls by turning the phone over. But we also see the return of the function settings, so you can access this from the lock screen as it had previously on the Alcatel Pop 5, for example. So you have all the shortcuts down there. You touch again to open the calculator. To unlock using my fingerprint there. Let's see what else this has. So this doesn't have the Kansas, I believe. Let's have a look here. The Kansas audio effects. Let me just find it quickly on the Pop 5. So that was the JBL branded phone there with its JBL sound. The Archimedes audio effect there, as you can see there. As I said, it also loses on double tap to wake, but we do gain turbo downloads, so we can use 4G LTE to continue your downloads to keep the speed up when you move out of Wi-Fi range, as you can see there. And if we go back into this Geekbench score, Geekbench 4 score, this is it for the MediaTek MT6737. Single core score 536 and a multi-core score 1482. So pretty good there, and a multi-core score for a device in this price range. The single core, we're looking at probably a Snapdragon 400 kind of score there. It's not quite up there to say it's a Snapdragon 615 or any of that. Not even the Snapdragon 625, the newest one. So let's see what else we have here. So we have all the things there. Let's see what else we can show on this device. So there's a lot of pre-installed Alcatel stuff here. So you have the camera music, their own take on their applications. Lots of apps here that might have been put on by Optus themselves, but there's only a couple of their Optus things which I've already uninstalled. You've got Shazam, Instagram, whatnot, but you can uninstall all those. Can disable a bit of the built-in apps, but not all. And if we take a look at a 13 megapixel camera here, and we've got the options for panorama, normal, and a split catcher, which I've yet to find out what it does. So we've got all the options there. We've got HDR up the top and whatnot, and then the video mode there. Now if I flick this around and use the front facing camera, we've got me filming right here, and we've got the option to fire the flash, so it should fire the flash as you can see up there. So let's have a look at the photos here. It's pretty par for the course for a front facing camera. This is the same with the flash turned on. So there's not too much more to go on in this video that I'm doing here. We're going to see what else is on this device in my further testing over the next few days. So this is not a bad phone at all. It has a very solid build quality, and we've only seen this before in devices such as the Galaxy S7, but as of recently this is filtered down into the mid-range with the Huawei Honor 8. Also the Asus Zenfone 3, which has a similar kind of looking glass front, glass back, metallic looking sides. So we have the chamfered looking edges there, as you can see when the camera focuses. Yeah, the chamfered looking glass edges there, sorry. And now we have the Alcatel Shine Lite at a very, very, very low price point, a very competitive one at that. So that's going to do it for this video. This is a very nice phone. I'd say if you're going to buy it for the looks and the build quality alone, well, just have it on display. I don't know. I'm just thoroughly impressed with this already. It's not going to set my world on fire by the processor, but it is a step up from what's in the Alcatel Pop 5, which was running a Snapdragon 210, which can get very slow at times. So that is going to do it for this video. I'm going to share my extra thoughts soon as I spend some more time with this device. Thanks again for watching. Like, watch, summit, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye for now.